Mastering designing for accessibility. Only one team member holds the power to make or break inclusivity in our crisis management plans. Who amongst our team members is responsible for ensuring that our crisis management and business continuity plans are designed to be accessible and inclusive for all stakeholders, including employees, customers, and vendors with disabilities, and that they address the diverse needs of our global community? To ensure that our crisis management and business continuity plans are designed to be accessible and inclusive for all stakeholders, including employees, customers, and vendors with disabilities, and that they address the diverse needs of our global community, we will assign a dedicated accessibility champion to lead this effort. This accessibility champion will be a senior-level executive who has a deep understanding of accessibility and inclusive design principles, as well as experience in crisis management and business continuity planning. They will be responsible for ensuring that our plans are developed and implemented in a way that prioritizes accessibility and inclusivity. The accessibility champion will work closely with our crisis management and business continuity teams to identify potential barriers and risks that may impact stakeholders with disabilities, and develop strategies to mitigate them. They will also engage with employees, customers, and vendors with disabilities to gather feedback and input on our plans, and ensure that their diverse needs are addressed. Some key responsibilities of the accessibility champion will include conducting accessibility audits of our crisis management and business continuity plans to identify areas for improvement, developing and implementing accessibility standards and guidelines for our plans, providing training and support to employees on accessibility and inclusive design principles, collaborating with our procurement team to ensure that vendors and suppliers are able to provide accessible goods and services, working with our global teams to ensure that our plans are culturally sensitive and responsive to the needs of our diverse global community, developing and maintaining a list of accessible resources and emergency services that can be used in crisis situations, ensuring that our crisis communication strategies are accessible and inclusive, including providing information in alternative formats such as Braille, large print, and audio, collaborating with our IT team to ensure that our digital platforms and tools are accessible and usable by all stakeholders, including those with disabilities. To support the accessibility champion, we will also establish an accessibility working group, comprised of representatives from across the organization. This group will provide input and feedback on our plans, and help to identify and address accessibility barriers. In addition, we will establish a system for reporting and tracking accessibility-related issues and concerns during crisis situations. This system will allow stakeholders to report accessibility barriers and receive timely support and assistance. We will also establish a process for reviewing and updating our crisis management and business continuity plans on a regular basis to ensure that they remain accessible and inclusive. Finally, we will prioritize accessibility and inclusivity in our crisis management and business continuity planning by integrating it into our overall strategy and goals. We will establish key performance indicators, KPIs, to measure the accessibility and inclusivity of our plans, and hold teams and leaders accountable for achieving these KPIs. By taking a proactive and inclusive approach to crisis management and business continuity planning, we can ensure that our organization is prepared to support all stakeholders, including those with disabilities, during times of crisis,